Okay, hey, BOOZHOO, and welcome back to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am NANABOOZHOO, and this is Michael Lyons and Natasha singing Long December by the Counting Crows, huh? Miigwech Bizendawieg. Thank you for listening.
Oh.
In a long December, well, there's reason to believe maybe this year will be better than the last. I can't remember the last thing that she said as you were leaving. Now the days go by so fast, and it's one more day up in the canyon, and one more night in Hollywood. And if you think that I could be forgiven, I wish you would. Na 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 na, yeah. The smell of hospitals in winter, and the feeling that it's all a lot of oyster and old pearl. But all at once you look across the crowded room, see the way light attaches to a girl, and it's one more day up in the canyon, one more night in Hollywood. And if you think that I could be forgiven, I wish you would. Na 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 na, yeah. Drove up to Hillside Manor sometime after 2 a.m. and talked a little while about the year. I guess the winter makes you laugh a little slower, makes you talk a little lower about the things you couldn't show her. And it's been a long December, and there's reason to believe maybe this year will be better than the last. I can't remember times I tried to tell myself to hold on to these moments as they pass. And you have been watching BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, a podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. About Ojibwe language and culture. That's right. Nice job, sweetie. Oh, thanks. Michael, you knocked it out of the park with that one. Hey, thanks a lot, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Lyons, rock star, cartoonist, singing an old Counting Crows song. Is it really old? Yeah, that song is like over 20 years old now. Man, I can't believe it's been 20 years. I know. Time flies. Hey, BOOZHOO, everyone, and welcome to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. NANABOOZHOO Nindijanakaz dash Natasha Ijanakazo. BOOZHOO Gakina. Let's do the whole show in Ojibwe today. Yeah. Nindijanekaz is my name. Nanaboozhoo, Nindijanekaz. Natasha Ijanekazo is her name or his name. That's it. Or these are the name. No. Or they name. No. I'm done playing along. It can be either he or her. That's it. Just two. Come and get me. Colleges. What are you talking about? I was watching the YouTubes this morning. Yeah. And this guy goes to, I think it's the University of Portland, I think. And he puts up a sign outside, and he's having a social experiment or something. And it says, he wants people to line up, where do they agree or disagree, strongly disagree, somewhat agree, whatever. I'm not even sure what the thing was, but he just put a sign up that said, there are two genders. Immediately, there was a mob on top of the building, flipping him off, yelling all kinds of nasty words at him. Eventually, the whole class, this is a college class of social workers, came out and started to berate him, saying that what he was doing was triggering, that it, he doesn't understand. And they, what did the old, there are more than two genders. You'll have to understand. I identify as non-binary. Like it's the first time anybody's heard that ridiculous argument. But I was watching this thing and going, wow, that's at college. I mean, like the teacher was there, and all the kids were like kids. I call them kids because they were so dumb. But, they're like people in their 20s, educated, who were just flipping out over this sign that said there are two genders. They felt like they were being attacked. And they felt like they had to defend their friend who was transgender or something. And they go, what? Everybody just calm down. I used to be kind of more tolerant, and when you didn't just bully people. Hey, there's more than two genders. Okay, well, shut up. No, there's two. His and her. But anyway. You just got us kicked off YouTube. Thanks a lot. Yeah, no doubt. Nindijanekaz. Trouble. Nindijanekaz. Trouble's your name? Yep. Trouble's my name. I can feel the big arm of censorship on this one topic especially. They're kind of letting us get away with talking about the shape of the earth. Yeah. But I still feel like this gay stuff, transgender stuff, is Big Brother takes a hard look at it. It's like, they don't like us. You just got to get on board. Nindijanekaz is my name. Nanaboozhoo Nindijanekaz. Natasha Ijanekazo. Michael Lyons Ijanekazo. The rockstar cartoonist. Ijaneka's name is. Hey everyone, how you doing? What's your position on all this gender queer theory and all that? I don't have a position. You don't have a position? Yeah. If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice. Hey, that's a Rush song. Exactly. You can choose a ready guide in some celestial voice. If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice. Wow. You can choose a ready guide in some celestial voice. You can choose a ready guide. Here's your guide from God. It's a celestial voice. But if you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice, sweetie. That's what they say. That's what Rush said. I thought it was pretty deep. I think it's pretty deep. Deep lyrics on this Abituse. Halfway Wednesday, Abatuse. Sweetie, did you know that in the Ojibwe language, we called Wednesday halfway or Abatuse? I did indeed. You did indeed, huh? Yep, because we teach this word every Wednesday. Yep. Abatuse. Abatuse, abatuse, abatuse. Hey, let's say bonjour to the bonjour crew, sweetie. All right. Hello, Missy. Cousin Missy's here, sweetie. Hey, Missy. How about a silver star? Silver star for Missy. And John Redcorn says, the world is yours. Thank you, John. John just gave us the world, sweetie. Hey, that is very generous. Thank you, John. Bonjour, Niji. Let's get a silver star for John. All right. And Sequoia's here with a ahoy. Ahoy, matey, says Sequoia. Ahoy, matey, my Nijikwe. Ahoy, Nijikwe. Hello, my female friend. Brown star for Sequoia. Brown star for Sequoia. And MJ. MJ's on a 5-minute break. All right, MJ, smoke him if you got him. Don't say that. What? He's got 5 minutes. Even the island disappears in a mist with you yesterday. Oh, yeah, we weren't here. Sorry, guys. How come we didn't do a show yesterday? Couldn't get in a groove. Oh, yeah, it was kind of weird because we slept in, too. Yeah, we slept in again. I don't know. Abatuse, halfway. Deb Gibbons is here, sweetie. Hey, bonjour, Deb. Bonjour, Deb. Deb says best song. Oh, miigwech. Or, on behalf of Michael and Natasha, let me say thank you. Well, miigwech, Deb. I'm glad you liked it. Wally Bear. Hey, Wally Bear is here. Well, bonjour, Wally Bear. Wally Bear says, oops, I must be in a wrong live podcast. I thought this was the He-Man Woman Haters Club. Sweetie, is this the He-Man Woman Haters Club? No. I don't hate you. Michael, are you part of the He-Man Women's Haters Club? Just about. Are you? Yeah, I'm a MGTOW. MGTOW, what's that? Men going their own way. Men going their own... Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. Have you heard about this, sweetie? MGTOW? Yeah. It's men who aren't getting married or they're giving up on marriage and dating and that. And they're going to go their own way. How is that different from just being a confirmed bachelor? I think it's the exact same thing as being a confirmed bachelor. A confirmed bachelor. Like what, you have to go to a confirmation to become a bachelor? Yeah, it's a whole church thing. Nah, get out of here. MGTOW. Men going their own way. They're breaking from the pack. They're not going to follow the path. Everyone's going, oh, better hook up with some chick, get married, have a bunch of kids, buy a house, buy a car, invest in my 401k. No, these MGTOW guys are going their own way. Some of these guys, they'll start a podcast. They might illustrate some children's books, like Michael Lyons. If you'd like to support Michael Lyons' cartoon habit, I think it's an addiction by now. Yeah, no doubt. You can go to the Amazon.com page. Michael Lyons he's got many books for sale on Amazon.com. Books like Dog and Maingan. Teach your kids how to count to 10 in Ojibwe. In Ojibwe Moen. Huh, sweetie? That's right. Dog and Maingan. I don't know why I was thinking about that. We also have a Patreon, PayPal, and GoFundMe link if you'd like to support the show with some sweet Junia. Junia, sweetie. That's the word of the day. Sweet Junia? Money? Yeah. We'd like to thank everybody who's been supporting the show. Almost more than anybody, Missy. Yeah. She gives too much. I know. Missy, that's enough. You quit giving to the show. I'm not saying this to anybody else, but Missy, you're not actually that rich. That's enough already. But the rest of you, if you'd like to support the show, you can support us at Patreon, PayPal, and GoFundMe. La-dee-da, la-la-la. Oka, hey. Jim Dunn's here, sweetie. Hey, BOOZHOO, Jim. What's going on, my brother? BOOZHOO, Niji. BOOZHOO, Niji. Hello, brother. In the Indian way, our male friends are like brothers. So a term for, it's actually friend, I guess, Niji. But it really kind of means brother. Nisaya is my brother, I guess. But Niji would be like your brother from another mother, huh, sweetie? That's what I always say. Yeah. Wally Bear says, you know what happens when you play a country song backwards? You get your house back, get your car back, you get your bank account back. Yeah. You get out of jail. We got to play country music, country albums backwards. You know, that Led Zeppelin thing is true. That if you play the record backwards, he says something satanic? Yeah. I've done it. I used to have the record on Stairway to Heaven. Play it backwards. He sings very clearly, I sing for sweet Satan. I sing for sweet Satan. Okay. Why? Quit playing around with that. Led Zeppelin are like those kids who play with Ouija boards. It's like, hey, dummies, if you actually believe in what you're doing, why are you doing that? If demons and bad spirits are real, do not open up a portal into the demonic, spirit world and let them in, all right? Hikes. Hey, $5 from Jim Dunn, sweetie. Well, BOOZHOO, Jim. BOOZHOO, Niji. BOOZHOO. Listen to us, sweetie. I mean, miigwech. Miigwech. I don't even know the word for thank you anymore. Chi miigwech, Jim Dunn. Thank you so much for your super chat and your Junia. Junia, sweetie. Hey. And he's got a little cartoon here that says, critical hit. Ah. I got a critical hit to the heart. Shot to the heart, and you're to blame. You gave love a bad name. Sweetie, you gave love a bad name. Did I? Yep. You played your part, and I played your game. But you gave love a bad name. Have you given love a bad name? What is your name? Anin. Eji Nekazoyan. Anin Eji Nekazoyan. Natasha Nindija Nekaz. Anin Eji Nekazoyan. Nanaboozhoo Nindija Nekaz. What's your name? And what's in a name? What does Natasha mean? I don't know. What does Nanaboozhoo mean? Beats me. Michael, that means like God or something, doesn't it? Yeah, I think so. Or a gift from God or something. Gift from God. God's gift to ladies. Yeah, that's what I like to think. You gave love a bad name. I play your part and you play your game. You gave love a bad name. I don't know, man. It's a hard time to be in love. I don't think we're in a season of love anymore, sweetie. You don't think so? No. I think the media has ruined it. Popular culture has ruined it. We got Madonna and whoever. I can't even think of the pop stars' names. And everything's turned so demonic and gay. Who am I thinking of, sweetie? Beyonce? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I was thinking of somebody else. You know, the big pop stars. You know, it's not like the old days. In the old days, in the 80s, you know, love was represented by John Cusack standing outside your window and holding a boombox over his head. And all my instincts, they return. And the grand facade so soon will burn without a noise. You know, but now it's her song is WAP. Oh, you're thinking of what's her name? I can't remember her name. Yeah. You know, Joe Biden talked to her. Yeah. I also think gay pride has ruined the word love. You think so? Yeah. Love is now like in your face, scantily clad dudes marching to YMCA and that. You know, that's love. Yeah, well, no thank you then. You gave love a bad name. I want to go back to a time of, you know, where men would court women and people got married when they were young. Britney Spears just got married. Yes, Britney Spears did just get married. So maybe there's some hope for all of us. If Britney Spears can finally find love and happiness, then maybe one day you and I can twirl around on Instagram. Yeah. Sequoia still believes in love, sweetie. Do you believe in life after love, after love? Zaga-itty-win. Love. I like the story you told a couple days ago about Cinderella. Oh, yeah. Finding true love. Yeah, finding her Prince Charming. You know, all it took was one, you know, party dance at the castle. You guys don't know the story of Cinderella. She snagged a man. In English, res people, snag is she courted, or she was courted, or she found her Prince Charming. But she had to go first to a castle in the mountains. Is that right? Yeah, a lot of people forget that Cinderella's set in the Swiss Alps. No way. Yeah. So this was the prince's castle when he had that party. Is that a Hitler painting? Yep, here's a Hitler painting, sweetie. Amazing. Why are you showing a Hitler painting? Because I just saw it the other day and went, that's right. That's right, I love Hitler. Don't say you love Hitler. I mean, I love Hitler's paintings. Would you calm down, college people? But, you know, when I was a kid, all the kids' stories was, you know, the happy end. They lived happily ever after. It was all about snagging somebody, hooking up with somebody, getting married, like Cinderella and Prince Charming, and then moving into a castle in the Alps. Two amazing things about this painting. Okay, here's another thing, you guys. We didn't get a chance to do Dig If You Will, a picture day yesterday. Okay, so not only is this mind-bogglingly good, because I understand just enough about painting and architectural drawing to appreciate this on that level. But then, if this is a real place, this is based on a real castle in the Swiss Alps or wherever it was, How in the world did they build that there? How did they even just get the materials up the mountainside? I know, it's insane. If they didn't have like advanced technology or something, there's no way horse and buggy people could have possibly built castles. Yeah. There's something very weird about our history, just as humans, that they built castles in the mountains at a time when they said all they had were horse and buggies and no electricity and stuff. What? No way. In the past, kids, people were more advanced than they are now. Something happened. There was a great reset or something. And we forgot how to build castles and marble statues. I don't know. Oh, is Ruby here? Hey, Ruby! Ruby says, Bonjour, Gakina. Missed you guys. Hey, we missed you too, Ruby. Gakina, everyone. All. Gakina is our word for like all. Hello, all. Hello, everybody. Hey, everybody. What is that? Electric Company. And I'm going to sing a song for you. I'm going to sing a song for... When I was a kid, there was a TV show called The Electric Company. It was like a kid show or something. And it was sort of a hipper, second-rate Sesame Street in a way. But what they did have that Sesame Street didn't have was Spider-Man. That's right. That was the first time I ever saw Spider-Man in real life. Yep. Electric Company, once in a while. I don't know how they got away with the copyright infringement, but a guy dressed as Spider-Man would be on there. And you'd wait. You'd watch the whole episode hoping that they'd bring Spider-Man out. Once in a while, there'd be Spider-Man. You know, what else was another good children's show? Well, one of my favorites was always Land of the Lost. Land of the Lost. Anybody here remember the Land of the Lost? On a great expedition to the land of the lost. Daddy, do something! Yeah, when they start going down the waterfall. Daddy, do something. So what do you expect me to do? We're in a life raft. Let's take a yellow life raft down a waterfall. So if you've never seen it, the Land of the Lost, I should have pulled up a picture of this, but back in the days of the grandfathers, there was a Saturday morning cartoon called Land of the Lost. Oh, you know what? I could have played, what song is that we have where we stole video from Land of the Lost? It's a Michael song. It's a Michael song. I'm going to have to dig for that. Maybe that can be the crossover song. Yeah. Anyway, when I was a kid, there was a TV show called Land of the Lost. It was about was that their dad or their uncle? I think at first it was their dad. And then second season, then their dad shows up or something. Yeah. Wally Bear says, Marshall, Will, and Holly. Yes, thank you. Back in the days of the grandfathers. Marshall and his niece and nephew, Will, or Holly and Will, went on a great expedition and went down a waterfall into another dimension to the land of the lost. And it was some weird dimension, which is probably a truth drop. A truth drop? Maybe you should explain truth drop. Truth drop is where the real truth of our existence are sometimes hidden in plain sight in TV shows and movies and stuff by the unseen hand or whatever. But Land of the Lost suggests that there's at least in this show, another dimension where the past and the future are somehow blended together. It's a place where it's not just prehistoric times. They didn't just go back in time. They went to a weird place that had dinosaurs and cavemen, but also had lizard people and crazy. Why do I think there was like, it was in the future too? Well, they had like portals to other dimensions and stuff. Yeah, portals. But maybe it was just back in time. But there was like a mystical kind of sci-fi element to it. Because those lizard people, there were some that were primitive. The slee stacks. Yeah, the slee stacks. But then there was one that could talk. I think his name was Cornelius. And he could operate stuff. Oh, they had those pylons. That's why I thought it was the future. Yeah, they had pylons. They had like crazy metal pyramid things that you walked in. You had to move these glowing lights around to make stuff happen. And Will and Holly and their bad adult supervisor, Uncle Marshall, often found themselves like walking into the caves, underground caves of the slee stacks. And they'd be like creeping along. There'd be torches on the walls. And these slee stacks would all be in hibernation behind like cobwebs. And at just the wrong time, you know, they'd do something and wake them all up. They'd be like, yeah, they'd start shooting their little crossbows. Yeah, their little crossbows. And they kind of breathe like Darth Vader because they had those heavy masks. But really realistic looking characters for a kid's show. It really was. And the slee stacks, I mean, they were way more terrifying and realistic than Ernie and Bert. Yeah. You know, and that's what essentially they were puppets or guys. And anyway, but yeah, Land of the Lost. And each week they try to find a way back to their present, I guess. But it wasn't like a time travel issue so much as they had slipped into another dimension that was prehistoric. And anything could happen. Yeah. You might fight a guy who was like all lights. He was just a jeweled guy whose only thing that could hurt him was human emotion. Yeah, that was a great episode. Yeah. Wally Bear says, Chaka, Fran, and Ollie. Oh, Fran and Ollie. Was that Fran and Ollie? Were that Chaka's older brother and sister or mean parents or whatever? That's right. Chaka was the good one, but Fran and Ollie were the mean ones. Yeah. Pylons. Thank you, Wally Bear. Wally Bear remembers. Chaka-doo, Chaka-doo. They always send Chaka to do the dangerous stuff. Yeah, I know. They'd be like, hey, Chaka, why don't you run over, you know, be a decoy for that Tyrannosaurus Rex. Yeah, they'd be like, Chaka, you run that way. When the dinosaur goes after you, we'll make a break for it to the cave. And then stab the Tyrannosaurus Rex in the throat with a big old toothpick. Yeah. In the land of the lost. You look at those special effects now and it's like, oh, that's so fakey. But I couldn't see it when I was a kid. You know, it was like the original Star Wars. You know, I couldn't tell. You know, back in the days of our grandfathers, they'd watch the original King Kong. Oh, yeah, that's so stupid. It's like claymation. Yeah, the claymation King Kong, and people went to the theater and were like, how did they train that giant monkey to climb up that real building? They had no idea. That's why everybody believes in the moon landing. Because baby boomers can't tell that the special effects they're looking at are so fake. But younger people can. They go, what? You believe this crap? Seeing the video is more evidence that it was faked than never seeing the video and just believing the official story. You know. But we don't need to get into that today. Almost heaven. Hey, you want to take a call? A telephone call? Yeah. Let me guess. Line 2? On line 2. Line 2. Hello, caller. Welcome to the BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO podcast. You're on the air. Oh, yes, Nanaboozhoo, is it? Yes, Nanaboozhoo Nandijanakaz. Anin, Ejinakazoyan. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't speak your language, sir. Oh, I was just speaking Ojibwe to you. I said, Anin, Ejinakazoyan. What is your name? Oh, my name is Prince Harry of Sussex, as it were. I am the Crown Prince of England, then. Oh, yeah, of course. Sweetie, I didn't recognize him. Well, hi, Prince Harry. Oh, yes, hello, Natasha, is it? Yes, Natasha Nindijanakaz. Yeah, Natasha Ijanakazo, Prince Harry. Ijanakazo. That's what I wanted to call. I was watching your show today, dear chap, and I was wondering if you could once again remind me, how does one say these very, very important Ojibwe phrases of the day? Well, to recap, if I was going to say Nanaboozhoo is my name, I would say Nanaboozhoo Nin Dijanakaz. If you want to say your name, you say Gi, like Gi is you. Like Prince Harry, Gindijanakaz. But you would say Prince Harry Nindijanakaz. Prince Harry Nindijanakaz and Nanaboozhoo Gidijanakaz. Is that right? Yeah, exactly. And then if I was going to say this is Natasha, I would say Ijanakazo. Or I'd say Natasha Ijanakazo. For some reason, we like to say it after the name. Natasha Ijanakazo. Natasha is her name, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. Natasha Ijanakazo as it were. Yes, as it were. As it were, sweetie. As it were. Anyway. And then, once again, Anin Ejinakazoyan. What is your name? Hey, yo, Prince. Anin, Ejinakazoyan. Prince Nadijanakaz, and I am funky. What? No, I joke, my dear chap. That was a Prince song. All right. My name is Prince, and I am funky. Yeah, that was stupid. Anin, Ejinakazoyan. Prince Harry Nadijanakaz, isn't it? Very good. Prince Harry is my name. Prince Harry, Ijanakazo. Prince Harry is her name? Yep, that's her name. How dare you? You've misgendered me. Oh, yeah, I mean his name. It works for both. Are you non-binary? No, I'm all man, I assure you. Oh, right, sir. So, what's it like being a prince, Prince Harry? Well, I tell you, my dear friend, it's not all it's cracked up to be. You know, the children's stories. You were talking about the story Cinderella. Is that right? Yeah, Cinderella and Prince Charming. Is that what it was like when you met your wife? Pretty much. That was about as much thought as I'd put into it. I was like, well, can she fill the shoes that my mother had left up empty? Oh, is that what you were looking for? Is that a replacement for your mom who died? What was her name? Debbie? Dorothy? Her name was Diane. She was Princess Di. Oh, that's right. Princess Di died. Sweetie, you knew that. I know. I don't know why I'm making fun of that. So that's what it was like when you met, what's her name? Megan? Yeah, Megan. Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm starting to regret that I ever got married in the first place, you know. Why? Well, you know, she's a dreadful bore, isn't it? Well, yeah, but don't you love her? No, she gave love a bad name. She was a shot to the heart, and Megan was to blame. She gave love a bad name, innit? How does she see it? I don't know, dude. Would you like to ask her? Yeah, sure. Put her on the line. Oh, Megan, darling. Yeah? Would you like to be on the phone with Mr. Nanaboozhoo? Nanaboozhoo from BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. Oh, that'd be great. Hang on. Oh, yeah, sure. Here she is, Nanaboozhoo. Hello, Megan. Welcome to the show. Hi, NANABOOZHOO. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm actually on the show. Yeah, you're on the show. We were just talking about you. Oh, really? Yeah, I was yesterday, the day before yesterday, Natasha was telling a story of Cinderella and how she met a prince and then she became a princess. Yeah, that's just like me. I married a prince. Now I'm Princess Megan. I'm like a real life Cinderella. Yeah, kinda. I mean, you were like a B actress, right? No, I had to work down by the wood stove, and I was covered in soot, and that's why they called me Cinderella. I think that was a cartoon. Oh, really? I sometimes forget. I can't remember. Hey, what's the Ojibwe word for Wednesday? For Wednesday? It's obtuse. Obtuse. Halfway. Wednesday. Wow, that's a great word. Oh. Yep. So, you think things are going pretty well with old Prince Harry? Oh, yeah, they're great. We just love being in love. Oh. Yeah, but he said you gave love a bad name. What? No! Ah! Ah! Oh, dear maid, what have you done now? Ah! I told her you gave love a bad name. Oh, now you've done it. I better go. Why'd you say that? I can't believe it. Look, I'll let you go. Take care of that. Yes, how does one say, I'll see you again, NANABOOZHOO? We say, Gigawabamin, Minawa. Well, good day, sir, and Gigawabamin, Minawa. Yeah, you do, Harry. Wow. Yeah, I know, huh? They need to go to marriage counseling. Yeah, I think they do. They probably learn a lot in marriage counseling, in couples therapy, we sometimes call it. I want to be a couples therapist. You want to be a couples therapist? Yeah. Should we start a couples therapy business? I think you need, like, a degree. A degree? Why do you need a degree? Seems like you just need to be in a happy relationship. It's like getting an art degree. Oh, now I'm an artist. If you can make art, you're an artist. If you can be in a good relationship, you can tell people how you be in a good relationship. So, what kind of advice would you give to couples watching today? You gotta stick it out. Stick it out. Suck it up, stick it out. Don't go running to the door first time. Oh, I'm so bored. Maybe there's somebody better out there. There's nobody better. And this has been Natasha's Nabwaka win. Natasha's wisdom. You want to get up here, sweetie? Sure. I'm letting Natasha get up here and maybe you can give some relationship advice. I can give some advice on how to say blueberry pie in Ojibwe. Should we sing a blueberry pie in Ojibwe? I think that's the song. All right. This is how you say blueberry pie in Ojibwe. And up next, Natasha. Miigwech bizendawieg. Thank you for listening. And I wanted a piece of blueberry pie. So I went up and I asked this guy, but he only spoke Ojibwe. So I had to say, Minabushki Minasagani, Batusi Chikani, Bakwajikan. 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 Minabushki Minasagani Batusi Jigani Bakwajigan Minabushki Minasagani Batusi Jigani Bakwajigan Minabushki Minasagani Batusi Jigani Bakwajigan. Blueberry pie.
BOOZHOO! Wow. It's hot today. Oh, wow. And it's sunny. Zagate, la la la. Zagate, Kishigan. Sunny day. Everything is a-okay. On my way to where the air is new. Can you tell me how to get? We're out here in Dakota country. How to get to Dakota country? I think this is where they filmed Dances with Wolves. Some locals say that even today, they have what they call Kevin Costner sightings. They swear, oh yeah, I was all by myself late at night in this remote area. Nobody else was there, and I saw some footprints. And I looked up, and there was Kevin Costner. And I looked away, and I looked back, and he was gone. He's a Monadug. He's a spirit. Some people don't believe in Kevin Costner. They think he was just a myth. I go, what? You believe in Kevin Costner? I bet you believe that, Santa Claus. I believe in Kevin Costner. I don't care what people say. I think he's a real person. But I can't prove it. Maybe it's a conspiracy theory, I don't know. But he was in that movie, Dances with Wolves. John Dunbar. Dances with Wolves. It's all about a guy learning about the Indian way. About a chamook. About a chamokaman. About a long knife. A great knife. But a white guy who discovers his Indian spirit. Falls in love with a res girl and shaves his mustache. Starts speaking the language. Starts smoking a pipe with the elders. Trades out his uniform for some cool Indian jewelry. Starts the arms trade with the natives. Starts supplying them with weapons of mass destruction. John Dunbar introduced Indians to caffeine, sugar, and firearms. That's why they have that department of alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. It's because of people like John Dunbar. No. Anyway, I should say a prayer. Anima A, prayer. Anima A, pray. Get you, Manadu. Taka otapanan niwi asema. Great Spirit, please accept my tobacco. Miigwech kaishi kakina keku. Kaishi chikean nungum. Thank you for everything that you do today. Miigwech kaishi pamarizian. Thank you for my life. Miigwech for the way back. For the weather, Gaishi way back. Miigwech, Gaishi Gake, Niwi Gashkendo Moen. Thank you for healing my grief. Degawi Dukawishan, Ando Minaway Noongum. Please help me to speak well today. Miigwech Bizandawiyeg. Thank you for listening. Abe Inge.
Amen.
I halfway expect to see the Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote comes racing by. That poor old coyote. Every cartoon, it was the same theme. Here's a coyote trying to kill the bird, the Roadrunner. And the Roadrunner is way too fast. And the more complicated, the more deadly he tries to be, the more it backfires on him. He goes to Acme, you know, like bomb store, whatever it is. He just gets all kinds of armaments and machine guns, missiles, anything. Human, slingshots, whatever it was. And each time he'd be the one. How about you? There's one kind of really cool thing. I think the Pink Panther started it. Where he'd be like running, chasing the Roadrunner. And he'd run right off the cliff. And for a second, nothing would happen to him. Because he wasn't aware. He could just stand in midair. And then, Roadrunner for some reason's not out. And, he's on the other side of the cliff. And he'd point down, and the coyote would be like, put a little sign up. Because they never talked. He'd be like, oh no. And he'd fall for like a mile. Wouldn't kill him. Next scene, he's up again. But when I was a kid, they didn't care about teaching something with the children's entertainment. Then when I became a teenager, all the children's shows had to have something educational in it. Oh, here comes G.I. Joe with a lesson. It's like, what? When I was a kid, the only lessons we learned from cartoons was, if you're not aware of it, gravity has no effect. When gravity doesn't exist anyway, but nothing can kill coyotes. Coyotes are immortal. That's what I learned from cartoons. I also learned that holodeck technology is a thing from Star Trek. That in the future, it's going to be, you won't be able to tell the difference between reality and a holodeck, a hologram. And people have entertainment centers that are just images that look exactly like reality. And all you'd have to say to end the program would be something like, computer, end program. Boop, boop, boop. Like that. You guys, you thought I was out in Dakota country? What, are you crazy? I'm an Ojibwe. Nah. I'm not going out to Pine Ridge. You're out of your mind. No. I'm just in my holodeck.
Okay, BOOZHOO.
Hi, sweetie.
You done playing in the holodeck?
Yeah. Could you teleport me home?
Yeah, sure, hang on. 1 to teleport.
Make it so, number 1. Nah.
Uh-oh. Let me try that again. Oh, there she is. What happened? You didn't show up for a second.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going to have to take apart this teleporter and play around with the wiring a little bit. Maybe I can fix it.
I don't think you should start taking things apart. Maybe we can just send it in to be... When's the last time that thing had a tune-up?
Well, it's pretty much all electric. It doesn't really get a tune-up.
Does it have batteries?
Has batteries, but this one's just plugged in the wall.
Yeah, that can be pretty dangerous. We should be really careful.
Yeah, let's only use it for the show.
Okay. We'll only use it on the show. Anyway. So I said a prayer.
Oh, good. Talk about anything deep?
Yeah, I talked about Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote.
Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah. La da 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 da. Hoka hey. And I'm on my way to where the air is new. I don't know. We got any other calls or anything we can talk about?
I don't think there's any other calls. Do you want to play around with that cool Mandela effect?
Yeah, can you turn on the Mandela thing for a second?
Sure.
Mandela. Ooh, look at me. Have a little music. Groovy, man.
You want to call it a show?
Kinda. You got anything you want to add before I land the plane?
That's good.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Miigwech bisandawieg. Thank you for listening. Dush miigwech ganawabieg. Thank you for watching BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. Natasha Nindishanakaz. NANABOOZHOO is in Nakazo.
Okay, miigwech.
Michael Lyons, the rockstar cartoonist, is in Nakazo.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
And I will see you again. Gigawabamin. Minawa. Hawa. Sweetie pie.
One to teleport.
Make it so number 1. Nah.
It's not working.
Remember, you gotta wiggle the wire, push down the button, and wiggle the wire.
Pushing the button down and wiggling the wire.